Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh, recently embarked on a poignant journey to Chad, exposing the stark contrast between her genuine compassion and the self-serving facade of Meghan Markle. If you've ever wondered what true emotional depth looks like, look no further than Sophie's heartfelt mission to help those in dire need, compared to Meghan's overly staged public appearances that seem more like a Broadway performance than a genuine attempt to connect with the world's suffering. According to the palace, Duchess Sophie visited the Republic of Chad, becoming the first member of the royal family to officially visit the nation. As a global champion of the women, peace and security agenda and a supporter of the UK's Preventing Sexual Violence and Conflict initiative, the Duchess visited Chad to witness firsthand the impact of the conflict in Sudan, particularly on women and girls, and to help draw attention to the deteriorating situation which is impacting Chad and the wider region. Imagine this: Sophie, overwhelmed by the harrowing stories of mothers and children facing unimaginable horrors, wipes away genuine tears of empathy. Meanwhile, Meghan's busy flashing a trademark grin, hoping the cameras catch her best angle, while she interacts with children in perfectly staged photo ops. What is it about Meghan that suggests her motivations might just be a tad more self-interested? Perhaps it's a penchant for playing the victim while desperately seeking validation from the public eye, using her royal status to gain sympathy rather than actually addressing real issues. Sophie's recent trip to Chad was a sobering reality check. She didn't merely wave at the cameras while wearing designer outfits. She knelt beside mothers who had traversed treacherous terrain to seek safety, listening intently as they recounted their traumatic experiences. Her emotional responses were genuine, stemming from real human connection rather than a desire to be seen as the caring royal. In contrast, we have Meghan, who's been known to prioritise media coverage and public perception over authentic engagement with the communities that she claims to care about. It's almost as if Sophie showed up with the intention of truly understanding the plight of those that she met, while Meghan appears to be more concerned with controlling the narrative surrounding her own image. Sophie's tears and emotional reactions arise from a place of empathy, not performance. When she hugged women who shared their harrowing experiences of conflict-related violence, it was clear that Sophie was genuinely moved. In Meghan's world, however, we can only assume such emotional displays are carefully rehearsed for the benefit of the cameras, aiming to elicit the perfect "aww" from the audience, while simultaneously drawing attention to her own narrative. The Duchess of Edinburgh didn't just pop in for a quick photo op and then dash off to the nearest luxury hotel. She immersed herself in the lives of those suffering. She listened, learned, and expressed real concern for the victims of the ongoing humanitarian crisis. When she spoke about the devastating circumstances faced by the women and children that she encountered, her words were grounded in reality, devoid of the platitudes that often pepper Meghan's speeches. Sophie's authenticity shines brightly against the backdrop of Meghan's scripted performances, leading one to wonder if the latter even possesses the ability to empathise genuinely. Meghan's narcissistic tendencies become even more apparent when juxtaposed with Sophie's approach. While Sophie travels to the heart of crises, Meghan seemingly opts for safer, more curated environments where she can maintain control over the narrative and present herself as the benevolent figure. After all, it's much easier to connect with children in a carefully orchestrated event than to face the harsh realities of those suffering in war-torn regions. In this royal showdown, it's clear who emerges victorious. Sophie, with a genuine compassion and willingness to engage with difficult issues, stands in stark contrast to Meghan's polished persona, which often seems more concerned with self-promotion than true altruism.